Quran Translation in English, Part 86. Chapter 18. The Cave, Al-Kahf, 46-80. Wealth and children are the adornment of this worldly life, but the everlasting good deeds are far better with your Lord in reward and in hope. Judgment Day. Beware of the day we will blow the mountains away, and you will see the earth laid bare. And we will gather all humankind, leaving none behind. They will be presented before your Lord in rows, and the deniers will be told, "You have surely returned to us all alone as we created you the first time, although you always claimed that we would never appoint a time for your return. And the record of deeds will be laid open, and you will see the wicked in fear of what is written in it. They will cry, 'Woe to us! What kind of record is this that does not leave any sin, small or large, unlisted?' They will find whatever they did present before them. And your Lord will never wrong anyone. Satan and his followers. And remember when we said to the angels, 'Prostrate before Adam,' so they all did, but not Iblis, who was one of the jinn. But he rebelled against the command of his Lord. Would you then take him and his descendants as patrons instead of me, although they are your enemy? What an evil alternative for the wrongdoers to choose. I never called them to witness the creation of the heavens and the earth or even their own creation, nor would I take them as leaders as helpers. And beware of the day he will say, 'Call upon those you claimed were my associate gods.' So they will call them, but will receive no response. And we will make them all share in the same doom. The wicked will see the fire and realize that they are bound to fall into it, and will find no way to avoid it. Denying the Quran. We have surely set forth in this Quran every kind of lesson for people, but humankind is the most argumentative of all beings. And nothing prevents people from believing when guidance comes to them and from seeking their Lord's forgiveness except their demand to meet the same fate of earlier deniers, or that the torment would confront them face to face. We do not send the messengers except as deliverers of good news and warners. But the disbelievers argue in falsehood, hoping to discredit the truth with it, and make a mockery of my revelations and warnings. And who does more wrong than those who, when reminded of their Lord's revelations, turn away from them and forget what their own hands have done? We have certainly cast veils over their hearts, leaving them unable to comprehend this Quran, and deafness in their ears. And if you, O Prophet, invite them to true guidance, they will never be rightly guided. Allah's forbearance. Your Lord is the all-forgiving, full of mercy. If he were to seize them immediately for what they commit, he would have certainly hastened their punishment. But they have an appointed time, from which they will find no refuge. Those are the societies we destroyed when they persisted in wrong, and we had set a time for their destruction. Story 3. Moses and Al-Qadir. And remember when Moses said to his young assistant, "I will never give up until I reach the junction of the two seas, even if I travel for ages." But when they finally reached the point where the seas met, they forgot their salted fish, and it made its way into the sea, slipping away wondrously. When they had passed further, he said to his assistant, "Bring us our meal. We have certainly been exhausted by today's journey." He replied, "Do you remember when we rested by the rock? That is when I forgot the fish. None made me forget to mention this except Satan. And the fish made its way into the sea miraculously." Moses responded, "That is exactly what we were looking for." So they returned, retracing their footsteps. The encounter. There they found a servant of ours, to whom we had granted mercy from us and enlightened with knowledge of our own. Moses said to him, "May I follow you, provided that you teach me some of the right guidance you have been taught?" He said, "You certainly cannot be patient enough with me. And how can you be patient with what is beyond your realm of knowledge?" Moses assured him, "You will find me patient, Allah willing, and I will not disobey any of your orders." He responded, "Then if you follow me, do not question me about anything until I myself clarify it for you." The ship incident. So they set out, but after they had boarded a ship, the man made a hole in it. Moses protested, "Have you done this to drown its people? You have certainly done a terrible thing." He replied, "Did I not say that you cannot have patience with me?" Moses pleaded, "Excuse me for forgetting, and do not be hard on me." The boy incident. So they proceeded until they came across a boy, and the man killed him. Moses protested, "Have you killed an innocent soul, who killed no one? You have certainly done a horrible thing." He answered, "Did I not tell you that you cannot have patience with me?" Moses replied, "If I ever question you about anything after this, then do not keep me in your company, for by then I would have given you enough of an excuse." The wall incident. So they moved on until they came to the people of a town. They asked them for food, but the people refused to give them hospitality. There they found a wall ready to collapse, so the man set it right. Moses protested, "If you wanted, you could have demanded a fee for this." He replied, "This is the parting of our ways. I will explain to you what you could not bear patiently. The ship. As for the ship, it belonged to some poor people, working at sea. So I intended to damage it, for there was a tyrant king ahead of them who seizes every good ship by force. The boy. And as for the boy, his parents were true believers, and we feared that he would pressure them into defiance and disbelief.